Hey guys, TC here again. Another redo of the how to team play video in randoms today. What we're going to watch here are going to be a series of games where we look at team play in World of Tanks random games. So, as you can see here, I'm in my T95, the Mighty Doom Turtle. We're on the Abbey game. And as you can see, I'm going to keep this at double speed because it's a T95, it's not the quickest thing. What you're going to see is some good teamwork in random battles, and proof that you can do it. So what I'm doing there, as you can see in chat, I've typed it out. I'm asking the guys, cover my flank on the 1-2 please, and I'll push on, okay? So straight away, our STI there, huge thank out to you if you're watching, Denelius15 there. Comes up and helps us get into position. So as we can see, the guys are holding position on the 1-2 line there. The T34 is getting hull down, the E4 is getting behind him, and the T30 is getting in position to watch the 1 line. The STI is going to cover our flank for us as we push on down the 1 line. So we're going to tank the shots for the team, we're going to take the damage, and we're going to be the one that is there. So we're going to head up onto the 2 line now because we can see the targets. They're asking for help and we're getting there as quick as we can do. So the STI is here, still giving us a hand. He's keeping his gun pointed down that road, making sure that we don't get flanked. I asked the T34 to fall back. He's really low health, he can't do that. He helps out there by falling back to give us the space. And here we go. The STI falls back. We take a shot we take a shot there from the waffle. We take a shot from the 50B. We take a shot from the IS-7. The IS-7 managed to penetrate us. We've put 2 big shots out so far, the IS-7 and the waffle. The STI moves forward to allow us to repair our track, and stays behind us now as we move forward so we can hold down. Still pushing forward there, the waffle penetrates us again, but we're taking the hits here for our team. We're giving our team the opportunity there. We get a good shell into the IS-7 there. T50 tracks us, we wait the repair out, we look to shoot the T10. T10 gets taken out, the STI again is behind us, pushing us up the hill, and we give everyone on the 1-2 line there a GG, well done. Denelius asks us to platoon. Unfortunately I'm live on stream at the minute, I think, if I remember correctly, so I can't accept his really kind offer. I start to move out of the way to let him carry on, and he goes to take care of the T50 that's dropped off, and I'm going to take a position here to look across. This game was over really quickly, as you can see. Good teamwork, nicely made, done there. That's how teamwork is done in the World of Tanks. And that's it, the end of the game. Okay guys, here we go. We're picking this game up 3 minutes into the game. As you can see, the team's lost the 7890 line on Muravanka here. But what you're going to see towards the end of this game is some really good work. Now I want to highlight MacSvensonn there in the Wolverine on our team. Just want to say a huge thank you to him. Really good guy. Oh, that was brilliant that. The A20 does a barrel roll, gets killed in mid-roll. Fantastic. These new physics are great. So as you can see, I've come back here to defend the cap because we've lost map control on the 6, 7, 8, 9 and 0 line. All there is a Matilda BP, could be AFK for all we know, parked up in the middle of the map. He's not really providing any spots, he's not giving us any views or anything. There's a Type T34 down there, we can't get any shots on him. It was very dangerous of me to move. As you can see, I'm not fully covered by the bush, so our camo value forwards is not fantastic. We're going to look to see if we can get a shot on this Coventer here, a Tier 4 British light tank. Now luckily he does move back in a minute, so we are able to get a really nice shell into him. Not a massive damage roll there, 143, but a good damage roll nonetheless. But as you can see, we are still down here by 2 tanks. but in quick succession it does get we are able to pull it back briefly, but then we do lose a lot of tanks. As you can see, we can only see one of the opposition here. We've still got, we've still got the remaining tanks on their team unspotted currently, so we don't know where they are. T25 gets lit up. That's the German premium tier 5 tank there. We haven't got much of a shot here, but we take the shot anyway. Unfortunately, it wafts a bit to the left and we miss. As you can see, I'm up to 1 kill. I've only done 261 damage. These matches that you're seeing in this video, they're not about the damage, they're not about the kills, it's about the teamwork. Take a blind shot for the STV39, miss. Trying to get a bead on this chap here, but as you can see, I'm right at the edge of my gun constraints, so unfortunately I've not got really much time. We managed to land a good shot there, running for 149, and we're keeping him lit for our team, but every time we move, our binoculars go down. He's on 18 hit points. The Crusader that's with us, he's trying to get some shots on him, but unfortunately he's not able to connect at this range. The little bishop you see there is going to come into the end of the game with us really strong. So what I do here is I move in order to be able to protect the bishop. I let the gun aim long enough, put the blind shot in, and we manage to land the kill there and keep the bishop alive. I'm up to 3 kills and I've only done 410 damage. Again, it's not about the damage, it's about the teamwork and winning. We're still 1 tank down on the opposition though. The BDR gets spotted, he's there on full health. He's had a good game, he's on 2 kills. The Matilda BP starts to put some good shots into him. My first shell bounces off the back of the BDR. My next shell I take out the building here so I can actually get shots at him. I put another shell across. This one bounces off his rear. Now we do manage to put another shell in. Now that one disappeared, so I think I hit him blind, possibly with that one as well, mainly because when we see the BDR again, he's on very low hit points. I think we got 91, which 2 shots from this tank would take him down to about 91 hit points, there or thereabouts. So we think we get 2 blind hits in there. At this point, our team's running really low on hit points. As you can see, the opposition have got 1600 and 4 tanks left. Sorry, they have 6 tanks. They have 7 tanks left. Sorry, it's late at night when I'm recording this. So they have 7 tanks left and are on 1600 hit points. We have just 5 tanks left, but we only have 1300 hit points. Now I'm the healthiest out of the team pretty much. Here comes MacSvensonn to join us here. We're going to stay here and we're going to keep an eye on the cap because we do expect them to go to the cap. We've got the Panzer 4H there on the opposition, giving it large. Don't know what his problem was. He proceeded at the end of the game to call us noobs and that we should learn to play and stop playing premium tanks. I didn't take any screenshots of that, it wasn't worth it, I felt. Our T28E30 there does some really good work and manages to take down 2 of the enemy artillery to equal the teams. Unfortunately at that point he does get taken out here by the toaster. The BDR, the Matilda, gets spotted again by the Crusader and gets taken out. He receives a hit for 120 in return, another for 99, and at this point, after I've just sent a small message to the Panzer, I put a shell in here and take the Matilda out. Again, I shouldn't have retaliated. It's not really a good thing, but the comment was in jest to something that MacSvensonn said. So at this point, there's just myself, MacSvensonn, and the Bishop left. The Bishop, as you can see, he's not been stupid or done what artillery would normally do. He's relocated himself to a position where he can support us. You can see MacSvensson's relocating, heading down the 1 line. I'm going to fall back to find another location more nearer the centre of the map here, so that I can provide the best eyes possible. I'm on full health. MacSvensson's on about half health, and our Bishop's on full health as well. So being the healthiest of all of us, I'm the one who's going to be at the front providing eyes to the team. I can take at least 1 hit, the others can't. So I'm in the middle here, my binoculars are up. I'm relying very heavily on a 4-skill crew here and the premium tank destroyer camo bonus. I am pushing my luck quite heavily here. So we're waiting here for targets to be spotted. It's at this point I'm going to ask, have you got any ideas? Well, you know, how do you think we're going to win this? Because we are a tank down against them. They've got the good players left. They have a slight hit point advantage. They also have the advantage that they have 2 tanks with turrets and artillery. We've only got myself in a fixed casement TD. The Wolverine obviously has a turret, and the Bishop, which is very slow and has a very short range. So I've asked Henry ideas. MacSvensson's come back there. No, just defend and hope for the best. His next comment though is really key. Stay together at all costs. And the Bishop's there. The Bishop. We have to give him his due. As you can see, he's only played less than 5,000 games. He's quite a new player as well, and he's there saying, okay, I'm with you. And at this point he'll ping the map, which you'll see in a minute, telling us, look, I can shoot this far from my location. So that should come up in a minute. Let's just speed up the replay so we can get there a bit quicker. So there we go. Off he goes, telling us how far he can shoot, which is really useful for us. Right, the flak bus gets spotted. I take a risk here and I swing around to get a shot, and I put a blind shell forward. At this point again we see MacSvensonn give some really key good advice here to the Bishop, because the Bishop does start to throw quite a few shells forward, and he says, look, ease off on the firing, let's wait till you've got a good shot, wait till you know you can hit, because you're going to run out of ammunition. So the comment will come up in chat in a minute for you. I'm loaded. I've switched to my HE rounds, okay? So there's the comment. Don't shoot blind Bishop, you may need a shell when reloading. Best is really good advice there. So as you can see, you've got me and MacSvensonn here, 2 fairly experienced players, giving some advice here to our Bishop. We know he's not as good as we are in terms of a player. I know I'm not as good as MacSvensonn as well, but we're giving advice here to a new player. We're helping him help us. So there's the toaster again being spotted. I think this time by MacSvensonn, although it might be me. If it pops up above the minimap, it was me. I think this time it's MacSvensonn. I'm still not spotted here. So what I do is I pre-aim here in front of the building, and I'm looking for the toaster. I've got HE loaded because I want to be able to one-shot this guy. Now through the side, the gun on the Su-85I is more than able to one-hit the toaster, even at that kind of hit points. And there we go, we execute him for 155 and we save our guys. We're now spotted by the BDR. And as you can see, like I said, the BDR's on 91 hit points, so I think we did some damage. It's at this point that the opposition has made a fatal flaw that we haven't. As you can see, I'm providing eyes for the team, I'm spotting the BDR. The Bishop, bless him, is doing his best. He probably doesn't have 100% crew in this tank, he probably doesn't have any modules or anything like that, but he's working really hard. The mistake the opposite team have made here is they've managed to split up and not support each other like we're doing. I can take a hit from the BDR, MacSvensonn and the Bishop aren't able to, so I'm the one pushing forward. I've switched to my premium APCR ammunition here because I want to ensure that I get a clean kill on the BDR. So I'm going to take this route round to ambush the BDR because he's gone south looking for me. There he goes, I pop over, he spots me as I come through the bush, he turns, luckily he misses with his return shell and I'm able to get a clean kill through his side. I switch to my standard ammunition, there's one shell, and then behind us in a minute, there's another shell. Now, and there's another one. Now I think those 2 shells, the first and the second I think are from the Panzer IV-H, because I think he's using the derp gun. The second I think is from artillery. What I'm going to do now is I'm looking at the time on the clock and I'm seeing we've got 56 seconds left to win this game. How can we win this game? The Bishop's noticed as well, he said there's a minute left. So I suggest jumping the cap. Let's see if we can cap it out. There's enough of us, we should just be able to do this. Then we spot the Sturmpanzer II. We aim briefly enough to get the shot. Very lucky, we hit him, we get a fire. MacSvenssonn's been spotted. I'm in the cap, I'm looking for an opportunity here, and then the Panzer IV-H appears just off to our side here on 54 hit points. We turn, we let it aim briefly, we get the kill, we win the game. Okay guys, this is a game that I played live on my live stream here with Johnny and Mummy. Johnny's Midcore Gaming in Twitch chat. We're taking our tier 7 platoon out, so we've got Mummy in the O&E, we've got Midcore in his IS, and myself in my trusty T29. We'll speed it up as quick as we can do. Now, during the live stream, those who watched it live will know, and they could hear us talking about what do we want to do, how do we want the team, how do we want to work forward, how do we want to work this forward. My decision initially, based on what I've seen on the team, is I wait a few minutes to see the deployment of the team. Mummy starts heading over this way in the O&E, and Midcore heads straight into the G2 position. I then move forward to this hold down location here, and I look and fire a blind shot forwards into that gap there. Always worth doing, you never know. It's a good spot where mediums go. Mummy heads across in front of us and asks us, are we staying here? I agree that I'm going to stay here for a little bit of time, and then I decide, actually no, I'm going to back out. We're already 2 tanks down, I need to push forward, help Midcore with the T32 and the KV2. We've got to take control of this flank, let's worry about the other one. Mummy at this point was looking at the other side thinking, we've got to go over there, and it was then that I said, no, let's clear this side, let's deal with this, then we'll do the rest. We go around the corner in order to take the shot. I fluff my first shot there on the T32. Midcore gets a good shot into his flank, and I think Mummy got a good shot as well. I get another shot there into the rear of the T32. He backs up, he doesn't shoot me, but concentrates on Mummy. I push forward to get a gentle nudge. Another shot into the T32. At this point the OI pulls forward and puts a big HE shell into me. Mummy finishes off the O&E. There's a KV2 on reload, so I decide I'm going to go forward, put a shell into the KV2. I set the KV2 on fire, he burns for a good while longer, and then I get hit by the Tiger 2 on the flank. At this point the opposition is capping. I go forward. The KV2 misses his shot, so I can take my time now and take him out of the game. There's one shell, and at this point Midcore comes round and finishes him off. My call now is get the Tiger, ignore the 111, let's get the Tiger, he's doing damage to Mummy. Midcore pings on the map and says, hang on, what about this guy, I can't take him. We decide, no, we're going to get the Tiger 2 out of the game, he's a dangerous player and we don't want him behind us. Now it's time to take out the Wizzy 111. I tell the guys, right, I'm going to flank, hold your locations. Off I go, heading off this way. The team's doing a great job defending the cap here. As I pop around the corner, the Wizzy 111 backs up. I put one shell into him. He gets another shell in his front and he's on I top, and Mummy finishes him off. There's a VTU here that's taking some shots into the rear of our T32 that's decapping, so I push forward to take him out. At this point I told Mummy and Midcore, push for cap, defend the base. The briefest of aim time to do there, I'll look for a shot on the Chaffee here, but by the time I finish loading, the Chaffee's safe. I can't get a safe shot on him. I do take a snapshot, should have saved it for the Panther 2 there to get myself a defender match, but Jono takes him out there. And as quick as that, we've taken what could have been a defeat, and we're now really carrying this game hard. We've still got to take care of the T34, but what me and Mummy do, but now it's a case of how we do this. I go for a shot under the railway tracks, but unfortunately I completely fluff it, and then I realise where he is. And what you can do here, and what you're going to see me do, is actually go hold down over the railways and be able to shoot into the tail of the T34. I'm looking for the fire shot and the engine shots, but I'm able to get 2 shots into his rear, and then I pull back as he starts to reverse to take a shot at me. I look at my hit points and think, I'll risk it, I'll take a hit. He puts a good shot into us, and we finish him off. Mummy then gets taken out by the Chaffee, who's firing premium, who then gets taken out by the OI. It's at this point I'd say mid-call, right, push for cap. You'll see me type in chat. You see mid-call pinging there, we need to defend the base because he could be going for it. And I type in chat here. I ask the OI, stay back and defend. Now the OI doesn't, the OI is following me. But as you can see, mid-call stops, turns around and says, I'll go back, I'll defend. He could have carried on with me, and we may have been in a position where we had to cap. I asked Mummy where does he think Bert is, and he pings on the map and he says he's about here. So as you can see, I enter the cap circle hoping to elicit a shot from Bert. No such luck. As I push forward though, there he is, and it looks like this guy's completely given up. Execute him for the end of the game. Another really strong game there. Guys, I'm going to go through the post-game stats for each game in order. So we're going to start with the T95 game. As you can see, it's nothing special. Third class mastery, 36,500 credits with a couple of extra, 3.5k for the first double of the game. As you can see, we weren't even top 4 there for XP. Again, nothing special. We only did 2.4k of damage. It wasn't about the damage. As you can see, we had guys around us. Huge thanks to the Denalius here, really did strong work covering our flank there. The E4, really good work there, we protected him as well. We were there soaking the shots so these guys were able to get in and get the damage. That's what the T95 is for. If we look at the post-game results, as you can see, we took 10 hits, 3 penetrated, 7 didn't, 1 was splash, and we blocked 2.4k of damage. That's more than enough to have at least taken out the STI if they'd focused the fire. They didn't. So, again, teamwork in random games is possible. A little bit of communication at the start, even pinging the map and just using the help button if you're in a scout. Mines, for example, a common practice in mines for myself. You'll see me ping the hill, because I always like to rush the hill on mines most often than not, and then I'll ping help. Dead simple. It doesn't matter what language you're in, you'll see it'll say help and pinging on the hill, and you can put 2 and 2 together and we'll know, right, he's going for the hill, I want to help that player out. So let's take a look now at the replay results for the Muravanka game. So as we can see, again, nothing special on this. It was a first class. We got Bruiser, we got Arsonist because we set the Sturmpanzer 2 on fire. Fire for effects, 42,337 credits and 1,458 experience, non-doubled, and we got a top gun as well. Again, it's not about the damage. It's not about the 7 kills that I secured, because I didn't do a lot of damage. I didn't really deserve 7 kills. I was just very lucky. I can fairly comfortably say that without myself and MacSvensonn there, and this little bishop backing us up, we might not have won that game. The other team had more map control, they had better players, I would say better players. Statistically, they may have had more stronger players, I think that's a better terminology, isn't it? In tanks that could have beat us. But as you saw in that replay, because they didn't back each other up in a game, they went their own individual ways, they lost the match. If they had backed each other up, there is no way we could have won that. We would have given it a damn good try, but I don't think we would have won that. Your mileage may vary, your mileage may differ, but I don't think we would have won that. The final replay is very recent, in fact it was today, on Ensk in the T29 Tier 7 platoon. As you can see, again, it's just a first class match, nothing special. We got fire for effect, we did get high caliber, and yeah, we earned 51,100 credits and 3.7k of XP on a daily double start. But it's about the team play in the game. As you can see, there we are in the top 4. Myself, Mummy, and Midcore there. Yep, we did a lot of damage between us as a platoon. It's not about the damage, It's about backing each other up, being there in the right place to support your tanks. It was unfortunate that Mummy got taken out, but there's nothing either me or Midcore could have done at that point. We weren't in a position to be able to fully support him like we had done for the entire game. That one slip up did cost us a potential brothers in arms. Nothing we could have done about it. It would have been good to end on it, but it is what it is. Again, the opposition. This TVP here had a fantastic, had a really good game. It looked like. However, because he didn't support his teammates, and went off to back to the base for whatever reason, he cost them a potential win. Because we as a team stuck together there, we were able to win the game. And that's the whole point. You've got to remember, you're playing a team sport in World of Tanks. It's not always about the damage. Everyone likes to shout home and say, "Oh, I got 8k and I got 10k and I got 12k," and you go and see Quickie Baby's videos. Every video I've seen from Quickie Baby recently of showing players has always been about one thing and one thing only: this player getting this much damage and winning this game. There's no I in team. It's hidden between A. People are smart and say, yeah, there is. It's hidden between A. It doesn't matter. There's no I in the actual letter. There's no I in the actual word. This is a team game. There's 15 of you versus 15 of the opposition. Too often, people get too caught up in, their own personal statistics. Oh, I want to be this. I need this damage for this, or I need this damage for that. How about just winning the game as a team? You don't have to be spectacular. A win is a win, and sometimes, it doesn't matter how you get it. The win is important. Anyway, that's enough of my philosophy about World of Tanks. Your mileage may vary, and I hope that we'll see you on the battlefield and we'll have a good game together. In the meantime, guys, enjoy yourself, have a good time, and I'll catch you later. See ya.